everybody, it's Dylan from Dylan's Gauge Trains, and today I want to present a little bit of a different type of video. As you can see, I don't have any of the model trains in this one, as I wanted to go over the history of one of my favorite class of steam locomotives, the Pennsylvania K4, in this new series that I've come up with to cover some of just the major steam locomotives that were working for the Pennsylvania Railroad during the age of steam. And I felt that a good way to start this would definitely be the K4, as it's one of, if not my favorite steam locomotive. I apologize if my voice does sound a bit raspy. I am a little bit sick, but I should be alright in a few days. So I hope you enjoy this little documentary about one of my favorite steam locomotives. I hope you enjoy this little documentary about the workhorses of Pennsylvania, the K4 class, Pennsylvania's state steam locomotive. Early 1900s, the PRR needed to find a successor to the aging E6 locomotives. So Alfred W. Gibbs and James T. Walls would design this new engine. 1914, built in Juniata shops, prototype number 1737 would be the first member of the K4 class and would prove to be very successful. K4s would continue to be produced until 1928. At that point, 425 locomotives were built, and for most of their working life would work on express passenger trains until eventually being able to pull the Broadway Limited. Around the time of the Second World War, K4s were primarily used for moving troops and equipment, and even having to double-head some trains. In 1940 and 41, the PRR converted 5 K4s to streamlining as a response to New York Central's Dreyfus-Hudson. During this time, the Pennsylvania Railroad wanted to modernize, so they would develop replacements for the K4, such as the T1 duplex and K5. However, both engines would prove to be unsuccessful. Around the 1950s would spell the end for steam on the Pennsy, as well for the K4s, as by this time diesel locomotives were starting to come in and replace the K4s. Around the mid-1940s, the K4s would slowly start to be retired. In the year of 1957, the K4s would all be scrapped, with only 2 being saved. These 2 K4s would be K4 number 3750, which is on display at the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania on static display, and locomotive number 1361. 1361 would be preserved by the Railroaders Memorial Museum and would be put on static display at Horseshoe Curve for many years until later. April of 1937, 1361 would be restored to operation and would live a very small excursion life. Excursion career would come to an end in the year of August 1988. The locomotive would suffer a very bad mechanical failure, forcing it into retirement, and would be stored in different places trying to be restored, and would even go to Steamtown before ending up back in its home in Altoona. As of today, the locomotive is still sitting at the Railroaders Memorial Museum, still slowly going under restoration. A lot of money is still needed to get the locomotive back in operation. Around $900,000 is still needed in order to get the locomotive back in operation. I will leave a link in the description if you wish to donate to the museum. And while, yes, the K4s aren't around anymore, their memories still live on in their hometown and in these 2 locomotives that carry on the legacy of the Pennsylvania Railroad. I hope you enjoyed this little history video I've done on my favorite steam engine. It definitely took a while to make, but I hope you all enjoy and have a good one.